So by the time Ethereum had come around, I was smart enough to know that the new Bitcoin cycle was starting at like $400 to $600. Ethereum was like maybe before this was before the ICO of Ethereum. I wasn't that yet smart enough to recognize what Ethereum was because I liked Bitcoin. I actually bought Ripple at that moment because I had a friend who helped found that company in Canada before they ever used crypto. So I had some Ripple and Bitcoin in the early days. But Ethereum, I didn't really understand, I think, up until recently a lot more. You know, part of one of the things about why I liked Bitcoin was the altruistic aspect of open source deflation, especially the broad concepts and idea. Like you look at the broad concept of something like decentralization, right? That in itself is such a beautiful thing to think about. And I was really attracted to the way that this space had concepts. So I didn't really get it in Ethereum until maybe this year. Like I could tell it was a good investment when it was starting. Like I bought Ethereum the first few times I bought it was like $40, $50. So I was a little late to like the ICO. I was like, okay, great, new asset, great. Just grab some of these things. Like I don't know anything about tech. I just grab some of this, just pull the trigger. But this year is when Ethereum started to make a lot of sense, especially with Bear. When Roll helped me out with Bear, again, you got to get your hand on I can tell you all day and night about riding a motorcycle, but until you get on the bike or until you take the ayahuasca, like it doesn't make any sense, right? It's not as tangible. I think the automated market maker too was a big transition because I remember using EtherDelta, and when I first saw EtherDelta, I was like, yes, this is amazing, but this sucks. This is like a horrible user experience. No one's going to use this. It's piddled out very quickly. So I think this year was such a huge influx of change into the DeFi sector that I didn't even really recognize it maybe until July, August, when I started being like, okay, something's here because Bitcoin is DeFi, right? I'm like, this is just some new marketing hype, or am I missing something, right? I'm like, is it marketing hype or I'm missing something? So I must be missing something because there's a lot of smart people here and there's a lot of money here right now too. So it's probably me. So I started researching a lot more into what and playing that. And again, that was the real kicker. When I can send Bear and I can just play around with these tools, that's what really drove it home for how valuable Ethereum is and what it represents.